Hi, welcome to Story Time with Gigi. Today we're going to be reading another story from our Disney Happily Ever After Stories collection, A Treasury of Tales. Our story today comes from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It's called The Little Brown Bear. Snow White walked toward the forest with a basket. She was looking for the sweetest blackberries, boysenberries, and raspberries she could find. She planned to mix them together and bake one of the dwarfs' favorite desserts, jumbleberry pie. Snow White's woodland friends followed her along the trail. She crossed a winding stream and climbed up a small cliff. "Why, look at all the berries!" Snow White exclaimed. The bunnies hopped to a nearby bush and happily nibbled on the juicy fruit. Snow White began to fill her basket. "These are the biggest blackberries I've ever seen," she said. "The pie will be delicious." Then Snow White's basket was almost full. She heard a strange noise. "I think someone is in trouble," she said. She and her rabbit friends followed the sound to a hollow log in the middle of a small clearing. Snow White peeked inside the fallen tree. A brown bear cub was trapped inside. "Oh, you poor little fellow," cried Snow White. The cub whimpered. "Don't worry," said the princess. "We'll find a way to get you out." Snow White and the bunnies looked for a way to free the bear cub. The little rabbits began pushing him out of the log, but they were too small. Snow White reached into the log and tried to pull the cub out, but she couldn't get to him. "I think we need some help, don't you?" she asked the three little rabbits. They looked at each other, then twitched their noses at her. "Run to the meadow as quickly as you can and bring the other animals back here," Snow White said. "Please hurry." The rabbits nodded their heads and scurried away. When the bunnies reached the meadow, they told a bird about the little bear cub. "Tweet, tweet," the bird cried. It flew as quickly as it could to tell the other birds, who flew through the forest and told the deer. Next, the message went to the squirrels. The squirrels ran to share the news with the raccoons, who let the beavers and moles know. Soon a whole group of animals were making their way toward the bear. Meanwhile, back in the clearing, Snow White tried to comfort the little bear. "Once when I was a little girl, I got stuck in a tree," she told him. "I climbed all the way to the top, but I couldn't figure out how to get down." The little bear stopped crying and listened to Snow White's soothing voice. "But then a kindly farmer came along and helped me get down. So I know just how you feel," she finished. The cub peered up at Snow White and she gently patted his head. Suddenly, the leaves rustled, birds twittered, and hooves sounded on the ground. Snow White's woodland friends had just arrived. "Oh, little bear, a lot of my friends have come to help," Snow White cried. "We'll have you out of there soon." Snow White and her animal friends gathered around the log. "Can anyone think of a way to set him free?" asked the princess. Raccoons and squirrels scurried inside the fallen log to measure its width. The raccoons climbed into one end of the log and pushed the cub, while the squirrels climbed into the other end and pulled him. The moles and the chipmunks even tried to push the log, but they couldn't budge the little bear. Then the deer stepped forward. They used their large antlers to tip one end of the log up so the bear could slide out, but he was still stuck. The animals began to get discouraged. "We can't give up yet," Snow White cried. The bird flew to the log and pointed to a small hole at the top. Then he began to peck at it. After a while, the beavers caught on and began to chew on the log. The hole grew bigger and bigger as the animals worked together. "They're making the hole large enough for the little cub to climb out of," Snow White said excitedly. Soon the hole was large enough for a beaver to fit through. The beavers chewed faster and faster. Finally, they were done. Now even a cub could fit through that hole. "Little bear," Snow White called, "it's all right. You can come out now." The animals in the clearing watched silently. Nervously, Snow White clasped her hands. The log rocked back and forth, and Snow White heard a faint rustling sound. The bear cub's head popped out of the hole, and he looked around at all the animals who had helped him. Snow White and her friends cheered. The bear cub wriggled out of the log. He was free! Snow White gave the little bear a warm hug. "Are you hungry?" she asked. The bear cub looked at her with interest. She picked up the basket of ripe berries from the edge of the clearing and set it down near the little bear. He sniffed hungrily. "Would you like some?" Snow White began. The bear cub ran to the basket and began eating. "Berries?" Snow White finished. She began to laugh. The bear just kept eating and eating. He seemed to be just fine after his adventure inside the log. "My, you are hungry," said Snow White. The bear cub looked up from the basket. His face and paws were covered in berry juice. "I think I'll need to pick some more berries for the dwarf's pie," Snow White exclaimed. Her animal friends laughed. The little cub giggled. He was happy to be free and to have made so many new friends. And that's our story. I hope you liked it. Make sure you like and subscribe and share with your friends. Bye until next time.